Yeah. Mic check, 1, 2, fill the air. Got that cold steel breathing, beyond compare. No red flowing easy, just this heavy stare. Born from the hard ground, beyond all repair. Heavy soul in this fight, showing no fear. Listen close, the truth is crystal clear. Forged in the fire, tempered by the pain. Swap the fragile feelings for a metal chain. Every scar story, etched deep in the grain. Built these walls around me, blocking out the rain. Got no time for softness, learned it the hard way. Promises like dust now, blowing far away. Walk a solitary path, greeting the gray day. No more tears left inside, nothing left to pray. Used to feel the warmth, now it's just the frost. Any sign of weakness, calculate the cost. Got my armor tightened, nothing can be lost. Cold logic dictates every line I've crossed. Cut me deep now, see the circuits ignite. A different kind of power burning cold and bright. Built this fortress around me, withstanding the night. Feel the pressure rising, about to crack the shell. Every doubt I buried deeper than a well. Now the truth is screaming, hear the heavy bell. Prepare for the rhythm, escape from this hell. Iron veins running through the dark and light. Pushing through the struggles with all of my might. Sacrifice was necessary, lost the appetite. For the simple pleasures, day and through the night. Built for the resistance in this endless fight. Yeah, the iron veins pumping, burning cold and bright. Cold-blooded purpose taking flight. Remember hungry moments, nothing left to give except the will inside me, showing how to live. Saw the tender crumble, had to learn to sieve the weakness from the strong, let the metal thrive. Took the hardest punches, stood there taking blows. Turned the pain to purpose, watching how it grows. Faced the open wounds where my empathy froze. Stitched them up with willpower, everybody knows. Saw the world was brutal, wrote it in my code. Left the gentle notions, a forgotten road. For the heavy burden, the one I had top load. A different kind of engine, lighten up the load. Sacrifice connection, laughter, peace of mind. For the edge I needed, one of a kind. A chilling transformation, what I had to find. Pulled myself together, left the soft behind. Feel the pressure rising, about to crack the shell. Every doubt I buried deeper than a well. Now the truth is screaming, hear the heavy bell. Prepare for the rhythm, escape from this hell. Iron veins running through the dark and light. Pushing through the struggles with all of my might. Sacrifice was necessary, lost the appetite. For the simple pleasures, day and through the night. Built for the resistance in this endless fight. Yeah, the iron veins pumping, burning cold and bright. Cold-blooded purpose taking flight. Why the iron? Why this facade? Had to beat the odds, defy the expectations. Challenge all the gods of weakness and surrender. Breaking through the clods of doubt that tried to bury. Leave me in the sods, my reaction automatic, like a switch flicked on. Pain a heavy penance from dusk until the dawn. Lost a piece of heart, where the feeling's gone. Living in this solitude, forever carrying on. But the strength is undeniable, a force you can't deny. Looking through these metal lies, beneath the cold sky. Iron veins running through the dark and light. Pushing through the struggles with all of my might. Sacrifice was necessary, lost the appetite. For the simple pleasures, day and through the night. Built for the resistance in this endless fight. Yeah, the iron veins pumping, burning cold and bright. Cold-blooded purpose taking flight. So I stand here solid, a pillar forged in need. Against a storm of chaos, planting iron seed. Got no room for faking, no false hope to feed. Just a metal core pumping, fulfilling destiny's creed. This ain't just existing, it's a calculated game. Left the fragile echoes, whispering my name. A different kind of victory, extinguishing the flame of doubt that tried to hold me, putting me to shame. Feel the power rising with every single beat, like a hammer on the metal. Standing on my feet, into something unbreakable, accepting the defeat. Through the barren landscapes, reaching for the heat of ambition and survival, intertwined in one. Beneath the heavy moon, until my race is run. By the strength of iron, second to none. Look into my gaze now, see what I become. Iron veins running through the dark and light. Pushing through the struggles with all of my might. Sacrifice was necessary, lost the appetite. For the simple pleasures, day and through the night. Built for in flight. Iron veins, harder than the stone. On my throne, alone, built on grit and bone. Feel the chill, still.
Yo, listen up, feel the city soul. Crack pavement, screaming, losing all control. But something underneath it started to unroll. A heavy kind of beauty taking its toll. From the dust and the decay, playing a new role. Yeah, hear the heartbeat making the ground whole. Walk these broken blocks now, see the vacant eyes. Building standing hollow beneath the stormy skies. Every corner tells a story of a dream that dies. Left here in the rubble where the wild weed sighs. Ain't no fertile ground here, just a heart and stone. Feel the weight of living, standing here alone. Kids with nothing growing, nowhere to call home. Seeds of desperation, nowhere left to roam. But deep beneath the surface, something takes its hold. A silent kind of power, brave and strong and bold. Ignoring all the warnings, breaking from the mold. Pushing through the pressure, a story to be told. Against the expectation of everything that's grim. A tiny little whisper, filling to the brim. Yeah, the roots are digging, finding something real. Through the cracks and darkness, showing how they feel. Accumulating power, about to reveal the impossible beauty, starting out to heal. Concrete bloom, pushing through the gray. A flash of living color, lighting up the day. Defying all the limits, come what may. From the heart of the struggle, finding its own way. Heavy truth rising from the cold decay. Yeah, the concrete bloom here to stay. In this broken world, showing brighter. Saw the rain fall down hard, washing dreams away. Left the streets looking empty. At the close of day, nobody expected something. Here to wanna stay in this unforgiving landscape, making this display. Felt the weight of judgment, heard the whispers low. Said nothing good could ever in this bad soil grow. But the roots went deeper, putting on a show. Drinking up the toxins, letting something flow through the layers of concrete, stealing broken glass. A quiet revolution that's designed to last. Ignoring all the shadows, moving ever fast. A fragile kind of power from the troubled past. It ain't looking for permission, ain't asking for a sign, just following its nature, a force truly divine. Yeah, the roots are digging, finding something real. Through the cracks and darkness, showing how they feel. Accumulating power, about to reveal the impossible beauty, starting out to heal. Concrete bloom, pushing through the gray. A flash of living color, lighting up the day. Defying all the limits, come what may. From the heart of the struggle, finding its own way. Heavy truth rising from the cold decay. Yeah, the concrete bloom here to stay. In this broken world, showing brighter play. Why the bloom here, why the sudden grace? In a forgotten corner, in this lonely place. Maybe it's a message for the human race, that even in the hardship, beauty finds a space. A symbol of survival against the concrete face. A whisper of resilience, picking up the pace. Showing everyone that hope ain't a state of grace, but a fight from underneath, leaving not a trace. It's for the ones still breathing in this heavy ground. Listen to the silence, hear the hopeful sound. Concrete bloom, pushing through the gray. A flash of living color, lighting up the day. Defying all the limits, come what may. From the heart of the struggle, finding its own way. Heavy truth rising from the cold decay. Yeah, the concrete bloom here to stay. In this broken world, showing brighter play. See the petals open against the dusty air. A fragile kind of triumph beyond all repair. Caught the eye, some folks standing over there. A silent kind of wonder, more than they can bear. It ain't fixing the damage, ain't rebuilding walls, but its very existence answers all the calls of the spirit that's been broken after so many falls, reminding us that life conquers even halls. A beacon in the wasteland, small but standing tall, sending out a message, answering freedom's call. It don't need validation, don't need nothing at all, just the will to keep on climbing, standing through the squall. So next time you walk these streets, look down at your feet, maybe find a miracle among the cold concrete. Concrete bloom, pushing through the gray. A flash of living color, lighting up the day. Defying all the limits, come what may. From the heart of the struggle, finding its own way. Heavy truth rising from the cold decay. Yeah, the concrete bloom here to stay. In this broken world, showing brighter play. Yeah. Concrete bloom from the dusting life consumes the gloom, yeah, the bloom.
Yo, unfold the map now, listen to the fold. A different kind of territory, stories left untold. Deep inside the psyche where the darkness takes hold. Gotta navigate the shadows, breaking from the old. Heavy is the journey, gotta be bold. Yeah. Check the coordinates, the truth is cold. Open up the pages, feel the weight in hand. This ain't no world atlas, built on solid land. It's the topography of trauma, hard to understand. Every line of memory across the psychic sand. See the mountain ranges, built from built up fear. Rivers flowing salty from the unshed tear. Valleys of depression, everything's unclear. Ghosts inhabit corners, whispering in my ear. Label different regions with the names of pain. Childhood battleground stained by bitter rain. Forest of confusion running through my brain. Trying to find the pathways, breaking every chain. This ain't an easy conquest, a solitary trek. Mapping out the damage, checking every spec. Yeah, the air is heavy with the things I've found. Digging through the layers underground. Hear the echoes rising, a chilling sound. Gotta face the darkness, standing on this ground. Shadow atlas, open wide. Mapping out the darkness deep inside. Every scar a landmark, nowhere left to hide. Through the pain I travel with nowhere left to ride. Yeah, the shadow atlas, my guide. Facing every demon stride by stride. Where the self meets the tide. Reach the border now of the silent zone, where the words were stolen, left me all alone. Felt the heavy presence, chill me to the bone. The foundation shaking on the shaky throne. Move towards the next point, label broken vow. Saw the faces flicker, wishing I knew how to unmake the moment, living in the now. But the past is concrete, don't allow sketches of betrayal, drawn in lines of gray. Memories like landmines blowing up the day. Lost in the labyrinth, searching for a ray of understanding, somehow lighting up the way. Every step is heavy, every breath a fight. Navigating the darkness with no external light. Yeah, the air is heavy with the things I've found. Digging through the layers underground. Hear the echoes rising, a chilling sound. Gotta face the darkness, standing on this ground. Shadow atlas, open wide. Mapping out the darkness deep inside. Every scar a landmark, nowhere left to hide. Through the pain I travel with nowhere left to ride. Yeah, the shadow atlas, my guide. Facing every demon stride by stride. Where the self meets the tide. Why this journey inward? What's the ultimate prize? To understand the monster behind these tired eyes. To integrate the fragments beneath the false disguise. Let the broken pieces finally comprise the whole of who I am now, accepting the contrast. The light needs the shadow, built to finally last. This ain't just excavation, it's moving ever fast towards a true acceptance, leaving nothing past. For the self is an ocean, deep and wide. Gotta know the currents where the shadows hide. Shadow atlas, open wide. Mapping out the darkness deep inside. Every scar a landmark, nowhere left to hide. Through the pain I travel with nowhere left to ride. Yeah, the shadow atlas, my guide. Facing every demon stride by stride. Self meets so the atlas is filling, pages getting dense. Less uncharted territory making some sense. The pain is still present, a heavy recompense, but the map provides perspective, breaking down the fence between the man I was then and the man I've grown to be. Understanding the connection for all the world to see. The trauma points are charted, finally I'm free to navigate with knowledge. Eventually this ain't the end of the journey, just a clearer view of the landscape within me. Forever something new, the shadows still exist, that much is true. But I know the borders now, seeing the whole through. This atlas is a weapon and a guide, a friend on the path to wholeness until the very end. Shadow atlas, open wide. Mapping out the darkness deep inside. Every scar a landmark, nowhere left to hide. Through the pain I travel with nowhere left to ride. Yeah, the shadow atlas, my guide. Facing every demon stride by stride. Where the self meets the tide. Yeah. Shadow atlas, the journey within. Where do I begin? Peeling back the skin, let the light shine in. Yeah, the shadow within.
Yo, feel the dust kick up, hear the wind blow slow. Past the silent stacks now, where the giants used to go. A different kind of rhythm in this town below. Yeah, this is the anthem, watch the history flow. Heavy on the heartstrings, putting on a show. From the rust and the forgotten, watching future slow. See the faded signs now for the jobs long gone. Empty parking lots where the shift would sing a song. Concrete cracked and broken where the spirit felt strong. Another factory boarded where we used to belong. Generations labored, put sweat into the steel. Built the world around us, made America feel like it stood for something true and real. Now the silence echoes, showing how we feel. Faces that's through struggle, lines of weary grace. Still got pride in the eyes though. You can see the trace of a time we were essential, setting the whole pace. Now we're kinda lost here in this forgotten space. Used to be the engine, fueled the nation's drive. Now we're just a byproduct, barely staying alive. Yeah, the tension's building, years of holding back. A quiet desperation on this rusted track. Feeling something stirring, ain't no turning back. Prepare to hear the thunder, ready for attack.
This the Rust Belt anthem, singing loud and clear. For the ones left standing, conquering the fear. Lost the industry, but the spirit's always here. Yeah, the Rust Belt anthem, year after year. Carrying the burden, holding something dear. Through the dust and silence, letting the voice appear.
Walk these neighborhood streets, see the porches sag. Folks wave from the windows, clutching empty bags. Used to have connections, nothing left to brag. Now we share the hardships, wearing the same rag. Kids are looking restless, dreaming to escape. See the brighter futures on a different shape. But this ground holds something you just can't scrape. The memories are solid, can't avoid the tape. The way it used to be, back in the golden age. Before the jobs went walking, turned another page. Left us in the struggle, on this lonely stage. Trying to write a new act, breaking from the cage. Of the past reflection, heavy on the soul. Playing a new part now, trying to make us whole. Yeah, the tension's building, years of holding back. A quiet desperation on this rusted track. Feeling something stirring, ain't no turning back. Prepare to hear the thunder, ready for attack.
This the Rust Belt anthem, singing loud and clear. For the ones left standing, conquering the fear. Lost the industry, but the spirit's always here. Yeah, the Rust Belt anthem, year after year. Carrying the burden, holding something dear. Through the dust and silence, letting the voice appear.
They call us forgotten, a relic of the past. Said our time was over, never built to last. But the heart keeps beating, holding ever fast to the pride of labor, the die that's been cast. This ain't just metal rusting, it's a human story told of the ones who stayed here, brave and strong and bold, trying to find a future, breaking from the cold. A flicker of hope shining, more precious than gold. For the kids who are watching, need a reason to believe in the strength of this soil, what we still can achieve.
This the Rust Belt anthem, singing loud and clear. For the ones left standing, conquering the fear. Lost the industry, but the spirit's always here. Yeah, the Rust Belt anthem, year after year. Carrying the burden, holding something dear. Through the dust and silence, letting the voice appear.
So the sun sets heavy over the broken land. Still got folks here working, lending out a hand. Maybe something new grows, following a different plan. Or maybe just survival, doing all we can. The glory days of memories, framed up on the wall. But the spirit in the people answers freedom's call. To keep on keeping on now, standing strong and tall against the odds stacked high, refusing just to fall. This the sound of resilience in the empty space. The rhythm of a struggle, finding its own pace. A testament of tough love etched upon each face. Yeah, the Rust Belt anthem in its time and place. Might not be the engine driving like before, but the heart of the people beats forevermore.
This the Rust Belt anthem, singing loud and clear. For the ones left standing, conquering the fear. Lost the industry, but the spirit's always here. Yeah, the Rust Belt anthem, year after year. Carrying the burden, holding something dear. Through the dust and silence, letting the voice appear.
Yeah, Rust Belt anthem. Hear the echo, watch the pride grow. Seeds we sow will show, heavy and slow. Yeah, let it flow. Yo, the air hangs heavy now.
still and cold. Another story written in blood and dust untold. See the silence creeping, taking its grim hold. A canvas painted crimson, braving the bad and bold. Yeah, listen to the quiet, feel the centuries old. The aftermath is settling, hard to behold. Walk these broken streets now, where the echoes used to play. See the splatter on the pavement from a different kind of day. Nothing green is growing, everything's decay. Lost the vibrant colors, turned it all to gray. Smell of copper lingering with the concrete grit. Every single corner shows the marks of it. Left here in the wreckage, ain't no benefit. Just a heavy memory where the moment split. Bodies gone or scattered, futures ripped apart. A hole left in the fabric, a scar upon the heart. From the violent brushstrokes, a twisted work of art. Played a part in the madness right from the very start. Or just caught in the crossfire, didn't stand a chance. Lost within the horror, in this deadly dance.
Yeah, the feelings rising from the guts so deep. Promises are broken, secrets that they keep. For the ones who faltered while the others sleep. Now the heavy harvest is the tears we weep.
Crimson dust settle on the ground below, where the price was paid, now watching futures go. Every stain a reminder of the seeds they sow. Yeah, the crimson dust is where the real tears flow. Lost the ones we cherish, reaping what they grow. In the land of sorrow, feel the heavy blow. Got the images burning, can't erase the sight. Shadows in the daylight, turning day to night. Remember laughter fading, losing all its light. Now replaced by silence, filled with endless fright. See the children looking with those hollow eyes, asking silent questions beneath the same skies. Why the hate keeps burning, telling all these lies. Building walls between us where the innocence dies. Got the scars to prove it, etched upon the soul. Physical and mental, taking its heavy toll. Lose a piece of self now, losing all control. Playing back the moments, making me less whole. Anger like a poison, circling through my veins. Fueling the desire to break these heavy chains.
Yeah, the feelings rising from the guts so deep. Promises are broken, secrets that they keep. For the ones who faltered while the others sleep. Now the heavy harvest is the tears we weep. Crimson dust settle on the ground below, where the price was paid, now watching futures go. Every stain a reminder of the seeds they sow. Yeah, the crimson dust is where the real tears flow. Lost the ones we cherish, reaping what they grow. In the land of sorrow, feel the heavy blow.
Why the cycle spinning? Why the endless war when we lose a little more now than we did before? Is it hate that drives us, kicking down the door to another tragedy, begging us for more? Can we break the pattern, find a different way? Or are we doomed to repeat it day after day? Searching for the reason in this grim decay. A flicker of forgiveness might light up the gray, but the memories are vivid, painting all the past in the crimson dust of sorrow, built to finally last. Crimson dust settle on the ground below, where the price was paid, now watching futures go. Every stain a reminder of the seeds they sow. Yeah, the crimson dust is where the real tears flow. Lost the ones we cherish, reaping what they grow. In the land of sorrow, feel the heavy blow. So we live with the remnants, carrying the weight. Every sunrise heavy, sealing up our fate. Trying to find some meaning before it's too late. In the stories whispered behind the rusty gate. This ain't just a moment, it's a constant state of being marked by violence, feeling all the hate that's left. But maybe in the fragments, something we create, a warning for the future, sealing off the great. Remember faces vanished, remember names they called, before the dust settled, before we were appalled. Standing here amongst it, standing strong and bald. Never forget the lessons, though we stumbled and crawled. The crimson dust remains here, a truth we can't deny. Beneath this heavy silence, watching teardrops dry. Crimson dust settle on the ground below, where the price was paid, now watching futures go. Every stain a reminder of the seeds they sow. Yeah, the crimson dust is where the real tears flow. Lost the ones we cherished, reaping what they grow. In the land of sorrow, feel the heavy blow. Yeah, crimson dust, settling slow, where the tears flow, watching lives go. seeds they sow. Yeah. Check the bearings now. Feel the needle shake. Spinning out of control, for goodness sake. Lost the true north fix, felt my spirit break. On a journey unknown, now for my own sake. Yeah, the direction's gone every single wake. This the sound of wandering, here the chances take. Packed my bags heavy, thought I knew the way. Followed every signpost, leading me astray. Got the maps laid out now, but they betray every sense of progress, turning night to day. Look to the horizon, but it shifts and bends. Trusting outside guidance, where the chaos extends. See the past divergent, making no amends. Every step is uncertain, on which truth depends. Used to have a clear view, goals set in my mind. Now the fog is thick here, something hard to find. Is it right or wrong now? Left the lines behind. A solitary figure of a different kind. Lost the faith in markers, external and cold. Gotta find the inner story waiting to unfold. Yeah, the pressure's built in, deep inside the chest. Trying to find a signal, put myself to test. Leaving all the comforts, putting down to rest. Hear the inner whisper, rising from the rest. Broken compass in my head, wandering the wasteland, understand. Every wrong turn shows me where I cannot stand. Searching for the truth now across the shifting sand. Yeah, the broken compass making my demand to find my own direction across this troubled land, guided by the hand. Heard the voices talking, telling me their truth. Said his way was righteous back in my lost youth. Tried to fit the mold then, needed soundproof. From the noise of judgment, offering no proof of a path that's universal, fit for everyone. Saw the ones who follow beneath the rising sun, looking just like me now, their races run. Follow one direction till the damage is done. What is right or wrong now? The needle swings too fast. Past the points I trusted, shadows of the past left me standing lonely, built to finally last. In this state of question, moving never fast, away from destination, toward a state of mind. A different kind of guidance, the one I gotta find. Yeah, the pressure's building deep inside the chest. Trying to find a signal, put myself to test. Leaving all the comforts, putting doubt to rest. Hear the inner whisper, rising from the rest. Broken compass in my head, wandering the wasteland, understand. Every wrong turn shows me where I cannot stand. Searching for the truth now across the shifting sand. Yeah, the broken compass making my demand to find my own direction across this troubled land, guided by the hand within. Why the compass broken? Maybe it was meant to be, to stop relying outward and finally just see the universe within me, wild and vast and free. The only true direction resides eternally, not in points on a dial but the pulse of my own heart. A painful redirection, ripping me apart, but building something stronger right from the very start. Of knowing who I really am, playing my true part. This journey ain't about the map, it's about the soul's decree. Trusting in the process, set the spirit free. Broken compass in my hand, wandering the wasteland, understand. Every wrong turn shows me where I cannot stand. Searching for the truth now across the shifting sand. Yeah, the broken compass making my demand to find my own direction across this troubled land, guided by the hand within. So the needle's fractured, but it points inside towards the core being. Nowhere left to hide, accepting the confusion, swallowing my pride on this solitary voyage with nowhere left to ride. The path is unclear, still mist hangs in the air, but I know the ground beneath me beyond all repair. Every doubt I conquer, lighten up the snare of external expectations, showing I don't care anymore. This ain't the end of wandering, just a different phase. Walking with intention through these foggy mazes, finding inner landmarks in these disoriented days. Shining my own light now in a million ways. The compass might be broken, but the journey's true. Discovering the landscape that belongs to you. Broken compass in my hand, wandering the wasteland, understand. Every wrong turn shows me where I cannot stand. Searching for the truth now across the shifting sand. Yeah, the broken compass making my demand to find my own direction across this troubled land, guided by the hand within. Yeah, broken compass, lost but searching, lessons I'm learning. The inner fire's burning, a new path turning. Yeah, the self is earning.
Echo chamber heart, beating out of time. Lost the real connection, committed a silent crime. trapped inside the legal crime and it's this again. But yeah, big she in the hood.
Yeah. Yo, close your eyes now, listen close and deep to the secrets that my inner walls keep. Hear the voices bouncing while the world's asleep in this chamber of echoes where the feelings leap. Yeah, the signal's distorted, hard to make it creep from the maze I built inside. Lessons I must reap.
Stuck inside my skull now, feel the sound rebound. Every thought I ever had keeps spinning around. Mixes with the whispers from the hollow ground of the past mistakes I made. A disorienting sound. Social media filter, feeding back the lies. Confirmation bias reflected in my eyes. Truth becomes a stranger, wearing a disguise. Lost the differentiation under stormy skies. Used to have a handle on what felt so real. Now the lines are blurring, how am I supposed to feel?
Is it my own thinking, or the thoughts they steal? Caught inside this feedback loop, making the mind real. The outer world is fading, a disconnected scene. Trapped inside the noise now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the walls are closing, can't find the escape route. Screaming for direction, trying hard to shout, but the sound just bounces. Filling me with doubt, gotta break the cycle, throw the whole thing out.
Echo chamber heart beating out of time. Lost the real connection, committed a silent crime. Trapped inside the river, climbing a twisted climb. Yeah, the echo chamber heart losing paradigm, searching for the exit, leaving the dark grime. In this mental prison, doing heavy time.
Yeah, try to talk to people, send a message out, but my words just twist and fill with inner doubt. Hear their answers coming, filter through the sprout of my own preconceptions, making me pout. Communication fractured, a broken dialogue, lost in translation, wading through the fog. Every conversation, feeling like a log. Isolated island, sinking in the bog. Built these walls for safety, maybe that was true, but now the cage is holding, blocking out the view of the genuine reaction. Me and you, just the same old voices breaking something new. A lonely kind of echo, answering itself, collecting silent stories, sitting on a shelf. Yeah, the walls are closing, can't find the escape route. Screaming for direction, trying hard to shout, but the sound just bounces, filling me with doubt. Gotta break the cycle, throw the whole thing out.
Echo chamber heart beating out of time. Lost the real connection, committed a silent crime. Trapped inside the river, climbing a twisted climb. Yeah, the echo chamber heart losing paradigm, searching for the exit, leaving the dark grime. In this mental prison, doing heavy time.
Why this isolation? Was it self-defense? Building up the barriers, making no more sense of the world outside the limits. Paying the expense of a genuine connection, something so immense. Maybe it's the digital age, the noise that never sleeps, feeding back the same old secrets that it keeps. But the soul is screaming out from the silent deeps for a taste of true reality, while the mind just weeps. Gotta find a way to filter, turn the volume down, break the echo chamber, reclaim my own town. Lord.
Echo chamber heart beating out of time. Lost the real connection, committed a silent crime. Trapped inside the river, climbing a twisted climb. Yeah, the echo chamber heart losing paradigm, searching for the exit, leaving the dark grime. In this mental prison, doing heavy time.
So I'm looking for the cracks now in the chamber walls. Listen for a signal before my spirit falls. Ignoring the reflections, answering the calls of the outside world's true rhythm. Standing strong and tall. It's a painful separation from the comfort zone. Breaking down the barriers, built the thought in stone. Finding solid ground now, where the truth is known. Not just echoing the same old, sitting on the throne. Baby steps are crucial, reconnecting slow to the people and the places. Watching real things grow, let the outside light in. Putting on a show, even if the echoes linger. Gotta let them go. The maze is still here, but I see a little light. Moving towards the exit with all of my might.
Echo chamber heart beating out of time. Lost the real connection, committed a silent crime. Trapped inside the river, climbing a twisted climb. Yeah, the echo chamber heart losing paradigm, searching for the exit,
clock strikes late now, silence takes the stage. Turn the phone on silent, turn another page in the book of my own thoughts, feel the inner rage. Or maybe just the stillness breaking from the cage. Yeah, the canvas waits now, ready to engage with the truth of the soul, set up on its age. City's gonna sleep now, street lights glowing low, just a hum of something distant, putting on a show. But inside this space here, watch the feelings grow. Got the brushes loaded, letting the paint flow on this empty white now, in the middle of the night, pouring out the shadows, mixing them with light. Every stroke of memory, every shade of fight, trying to capture something, feeling wrong or right. Sometimes it's the anger, fiery, red and bold. Other times it's sorrow, stories left untold. Layers of the pressure, heavy and cold, but the act of painting makes me feel less old. I process it, finding color in the dark. A vibrant little spark, leaving my own footprint, leaving my own mark. Yeah, the vision's building, about to break the frame. Gotta get it out now, whispering my name, feeling the connection, fanning up the flame. No room for pretension, playing a different game. Midnight canvas in a lonely room where the soul find expression, breaking through the gloom. Every color tells a story destined to bloom. Yeah, the midnight canvas, escaping from the tomb of silent desperation, pushing through the fume, finding light in the darkness, assuming my room. See the abstract shapes now are the things I fear. Monsters in the closet, drawing ever near, but on the same surface, something pure and clear. A line of golden hope now, drying every tear. Used to heavy blues now, for the moments I fell down, mixed them with the vibrant greens from a different town, where the dreams are growing, wearing a hopeful crown, putting pieces together, scattered all around. It ain't always pretty, some parts are a mess, but it's the authentic feeling, putting it to test. This act of creation, putting mind at rest from the noise of the outside, truly feeling blessed by this quiet opportunity just to understand the landscape of my psyche held within my hand. Yeah, the vision's building, about to break the frame. Gotta get it out now, whispering my name, feeling the connection, fanning up the flame. No room for pretension, playing a different game. Midnight canvas in a lonely room where the soul find expression, breaking through the gloom. Every color tells a story destined to bloom. Yeah, the midnight canvas, escaping from the tomb of silent desperation, pushing through the fume, finding light in the darkness, assuming my love. All this time, why this place to paint the inner face in the quiet of the midnight, finding my own pace, no judgments from the daylight, just the empty space for the true self to emerge now, leaving not a trace. The solitude is heavy, sometimes hard to bear, but the creation's lifting beyond all repair, showing me the colors that were always there, hidden in the shadows, beyond compare. This ain't for the critics or the world to see, it's a conversation between the soul and me. Midnight canvas in a lonely room where the soul find expression, breaking through the gloom. Every color tells a story destined to bloom. Yeah, the midnight canvas, escaping from the tomb of silent desperation, pushing through the fume, finding light in the darkness, assuming bloom. See the finished picture now, telling the whole tale of the valleys I've traveled, the mountains I did scale, the storms I weathered through now, the winds that made me flail. Also all the beauty beyond the darkest veil, the light is prominent now, against the shades of gray, pushing through the darkness, showing a new way. It's a map of my own, growing day after day, captured in the stillness of the midnight sway. The pain is still present, but it's given form, transformed on a canvas, weathered every storm, a testament to resilience, keeping the spirit warm against the outer coldness, following the norm. So the brushes rested, the colors put away, but the painting lives inside me every single day. Midnight canvas in a lonely room where the soul finds expression, breaking through the gloom. Every color tells a story destined to bloom. Yeah, the midnight canvas, escaping from the tomb of silent desperation, pushing through the fume, finding light in the darkness, assuming my loom. Yeah. Midnight canvas, silent and deep, secrets I keep while the world's asleep, seeds I reap, yeah, the souls leap. Yo. Feel the weight of ages, pressing down slow on the world that's changing, where the currents flow. But something deep inside me starts to brightly glow. A truth carved in the bedrock that you need to know. Yeah, this the foundation, watch the structure grow. From the stone of conviction, putting on a show. See the seasons changing, colors fade and blend, values rearranging, reaching for the end. Opinions shifting faster than the winds will send. Hard to find an anchor, someone you can lend your complete devotion in this liquid age. Turning every moment on a different page. Caught up in the motion, like a bird in a cage. Feeling lost and scattered, acting out the rage. But deep inside my spirit, something stays the same. A flame that can't be extinguished, whispering my name. Built on solid principle, through the sun and rain. A testament of toughness, washing out the stain. They can push and they can pull, now try to make me bend. But the core is rock solid right until the end. Yeah, the pressure's heavy, standing tall and true. For the things I believe in, seeing the whole view. Ready for the challenge, whatever I go through. Gotta state the mission, me against the flu. Stone testament, attention time. My unshakable truth, the heavy paradigm. Through the shifting landscape, I will stand and climb. Yeah, the stone testament, every single rhyme. A declaration of soul, built on solid crime. Holding to the core now, beyond the reach of crime. Believing in forever, in a temporary state. Watching all the fads pass, sealing their own fate. While the principle remains here, opening the gate to a different kind of freedom, standing strong and straight. People call me stubborn, say I'm stuck in the past. Building walls around me, made to finally last. Maybe I'm an outlier, moving not so fast, but I know the ground I'm standing on, the die's being cast. Cost me conversation, friendships that went sour, for refusing to compromise in my darkest hour. Holding to the power of an unseen tower, built upon conviction, growing like a flower. In the barren spaces, where the faith is thin, gotta find a foundation, letting the work begin. Yeah, the pressure's heavy, standing tall and true. For the things I believe in, seeing the whole view. Ready for the challenge, whatever I go through. Gotta state the mission, me against the flu. Stone testament, attention time. My unshakable truth, the heavy paradigm. Through the shifting landscape, I will stand and climb. Yeah, the stone testament, every single rhyme. A declaration of soul, built on solid crime. Holding to the core now, beyond the reach of crime. Where the strength come from, not from flesh and bone, but from the quiet whispers. When I stood alone, a seed planted ancient in a barren zone, grew into this monument of truth finally known. It ain't about a doctrine or a written word. It's the pulse of the spirit that you haven't heard. In the noise of distraction like a captive bird. But the message is clear now, unmistakably stirred. It's for the ones who doubt now, lost within the haze, to find their own true bedrock in these confusing days. Stone testament, attention time. My unshakable truth, the heavy paradigm. Through the shifting landscape, I will stand and climb. Yeah, the stone testament, every single rhyme. A declaration of soul, built on solid crime. Holding to the core now, beyond the reach of crime. So the future's uncertain, filled with unknown roads, but the compass in my spirit heavy, it unloads. A sense of inner knowing, breaking all the codes of external validation, lighting up the loads. They might build the towers, reaching for the sky, built on shifting values, watching them pass by. While my foundation's solid, reaching just as high. Rooted in the truth now, never gonna die. This ain't just persistence, it's a way of being. A constant declaration for the blind to be seeing. The strength of conviction, what the soul is freeing. From the chains of conformity, what the future's needing. So I stand here planted, a monument of stone. My testament is written, carved in marrow and bone. Stone testament, it's action time. My unshakable truth, the heavy paradigm. Through the shifting landscape, I will stand and climb. Yeah, the stone testament, every single rhyme. A declaration of soul, built on solid crime. Holding to the core now, beyond the reach of crime. Yeah, stone testament, heavy and true. What I'm going through, solid breakthrough. Me and you, yeah, yeah. The bedrock view.
Yeah. Ghost chain. Hear the rattling sound, now but seeing nothing there. A heavy kind of presence, floating in the air. Yeah, it follows every step now, a burden hard to bear. This the weight of memory, a cross I gotta wear. From the past that haunts now, pulling on my hair. This the sound of the ghost chain beyond all repair. Felt it latch onto me, way back in the day. A moment of decision, leading me astray. Or maybe just a person who wouldn't go away. Left a mark upon me, in a heavy way. Now I'm moving slow motion, feeling every link. Tightening around my ankles, pushing me to think about the steps I can't take. Standing on the brink of something new and better, watching my hopes sink. It ain't forged of iron, they made of solid steel. It's the weight of what was broken, things I cannot heal. Echoes of the voices telling me how to feel. Invisible resistance making the mind real. Trying to break the momentum, pulling me right back to the scene of the trauma. On this rusted track, yeah, the tension's building. Wanna break and run, screaming for the freedom beneath the rising sun. Know the fight is heavy till the course is run. Gotta face the past now, second none. Ghost chain rattling, dragging on the ground. Heavy pauses holding, making not a sound. Except inside my spirit, where the fear is found. Yeah, the ghost chain binding all around. Trying to break the links now from this haunted town. Lost within the shadows, wearing the thorny crown. Remember specific moments, feel the chain grow tight. Words that cut me deeper, in the fading light. Promises like shackles, through the lonely night. Held me to the darkness, with all of their might. See the faces shimmer, of the ones who left, or the ones who hurt me. Played me like a theft, stole a piece of my future. Left me dispossessed by the weight of interaction. Constantly distressed, every failure's connected to a link I see. Reminding me I'm stuck here, can't break away and flee from the pattern of the past now. Trying to break free, but the chain just shortens, pulling back to me. A constant heavy presence, breathing on my neck. Trying to navigate the future in this mental wreck. Yeah, the tension's building, wanna break and run. Screaming for the freedom beneath the rising sun. Know the fight is heavy till the course is run. Gotta face the past now, second none. Ghost chain rattling, dragging on the ground. Heavy passes holding, making not a sound. Except inside my spirit, where the fear is found. Yeah, the ghost chain binding all around. Trying to break the links now from this haunted town. Lost within the shadows, wearing a thorny crown. Is it guilt that binds me, or a debt I owe? A lesson left unlearned, watching how it grows. Maybe I built the first link, didn't even know. A self-inflicted prison, putting on a show. But the weight is undeniable, pulling me down low. Gotta find the cutters now, let the freedom flow. Piece by painful piece now, gotta let it go. From the past that holds me, refusing just to grow. This ain't just a memory, it's a physical ache. Every single breath now, for goodness sake. Ghost chain rattling, dragging on the ground. Heavy passes holding, making not a sound. Except inside my spirit, where the fear is found. Yeah, the ghost chain all around. Trying to break the links now from this haunted town. Lost within the shadows, wearing a thorny crown. So I'm swinging the hammer now at the links I see. The ones I can't acknowledge set a part of me free. It's a slow progression, painful eventually. A little less weight now, something I can be. More than just a prisoner of what used to be. Moving with intention now for the world to see. The chain ain't fully broken, maybe never will. Some links are too deep down, standing never still. But the ones on the surface, taking off the chill of the past that haunted, climbing up the hill towards a different future, a slightly lighter load. Walking with the knowledge of the path I strode. The ghost chain might be shorter, but the lesson's known. Gotta keep on fighting for the seed I've sown. Ghost chain rattling, dragging on the ground. Heavy pauses holding, making not a sound. Inside my spirit, where the fear is found. Yeah, the ghost chain binding all around. Trying to break the links now from this haunted town. Lost within the shadows, wearing a thorny crown. Yeah, yeah. Ghost chain. Hear it fade out. Lose the doubt. Screaming out. Breaking out. Yeah. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out.
Yo,
feel the grind now, the rub against the grain. Every single moment, leaving its own stain. This ain't just living easy, feeling all the strain. Yeah, check the surface now, washing through the rain. See the marks appearing again and again. This the sound of the friction, feeling all the pain. Walk these streets now, feel the pavement rough. Every interaction, sometimes it gets tough. Words exchanged like sandpaper, never quite enough to smooth away the edges, calling out a bluff. Being perfect, got the lines on my skin now where the stress did bite. Arguments like grinding stones through the day and night, leaving raw emotion, burning cold and bright. Every single lesson, etching into the light. Collisions in the hallway, unintentional shove, but the market leaves behind now, sent from up above. Showing where I yielded, where I stood and strove. A different kind of map now, showing where I've rove through the moments of resistance, the times I had to fight. Building up the layers, putting wrong to right, yeah. The heat is building, feeling something form. Through the rough and tumble, weathering the storm. Recognizing the pattern, keeping the spirit warm. Break the perfect vision, challenging the norm. Friction marks etched so deep, stories that my history will keep. Every rubber lesson, lessons I must read. Yeah, the friction marks while the world's asleep, showing where I've struggled, secrets I must keep. Designing my own pattern from the wounds that we remember. Specific clashes, feel the heat again. Moments of betrayal, causing bitter pain. Words that resonated, falling like the rain, left a permanent impression on my soul and brain. Relationships that wore down like metal over time. Lost a piece of self now, paying a heavy fine for the conflict-led revolution. Climb the twisted climb, leaving behind the remnants of a silent crime. Every scar a chapter in the book of my life, from the sharpest edges, cutting like a knife, but the form is taking shape now, ending all the strife. A mosaic of experience, showing I survived. It ain't about the smoothness or the polish shine, it's about the strength of the texture, undeniably mine. Yeah, the heat is building, feeling something form. Through the rough and tumble, weathering the storm. Recognizing the pattern, keeping the spirit warm. Break the perfect vision, challenging the norm. Friction marks etched so deep, stories that my history will keep. Every rubber lesson, lessons I must read. Yeah, the friction marks while the world's asleep, showing where I've struggled, secrets I must keep. Designing my own pattern from the wounds that we. Why the friction needed to test the inner core, to see what I was made of, asking for more strength. Resistance of the outside, knocking at my door, showing me the weak spots never seen before. The pattern that emerges, unique and bold. A map of my own journey, stories to be told, not of perfection, but of grit and gold. A story of resilience, breaking from the mold for the ones who hide now. From the slightest touch, showing that the marks we carry mean so very much. Friction marks etched so deep, stories that my history will keep. Every rubber lesson, lessons I must read. Yeah, the friction marks while the world's asleep, showing where I've struggled, secrets I must keep. Designing my own pattern from the wounds that bleed. So I wear the marks now, visible and true. A part of who I become, me and you. They don't define the future, but they got me through. The challenges are waiting with a clearer view. Understanding the process, the heat and the grind. Left the smooth illusions far, far behind. Found a different kind of beauty, one of a kind. In the pattern of the friction, etched upon my mind. The pain was necessary, the resistance too. It shaped me and informed me, saw the whole thing through. Now the marks are powerful, something I can do with the wisdom they provided for me and for you. This ain't the final draft, now the pattern's still in play. Every new encounter marks the light of day. Friction marks etched so deep, stories that my history will keep. Every rubber lesson, lessons I must read. Yeah, the friction marks while the world's asleep, showing where I've struggled, secrets I must keep. Designing my own pattern from the wounds that we. Yeah, friction marks, the pattern shows. Know where it goes, while the spirit grows. Hear the winds blow. Yeah, everybody knows. Yo, feel the pull now, subtle but so strong. Keeping my feet planted where I gotta belong. Hear the low vibration playing the quiet song. Yeah, this is sound of living where I can't go wrong. Staying grounded, heavy is the atmosphere all day long. This the pulse of the planet where I'm held along. Every step is weighted on this physical plane. Got the weight of expectation running through my brain. Bills pile up like mountains, feeling all the strain. Responsibilities and anchor through the sun and rain. See the lines on my face now, etched by the years gone past. Every choice a consequence, something built to last. Feel the ground beneath me, holding me so fast. Whispering a frequency, built to always cast a shadow of perspective, keeps me grounded deep. Secrets that the earth now quietly does keep. About the human journey, while the city sleeps. The hum is getting louder now, secrets it does reap from the core of the planet. A constant subtle sound, reminding me I'm tethered to this heavy ground. Yeah, the frequency is rising, filling up the space. Can't escape the feeling, gotta stand and face the inevitable rhythm, keeping up the pace. Hear the hum now, growing in this time and place. Gravity's hum, heavy and low. The sound of the real now, watching futures grow from the dirt in the struggle, putting on a show. Yeah, the gravity's hum, where the lessons flow. Keeping me grounded, where the truth will go. In the face of forever planted seeds we sow. Fate might be a concept or a predetermined line, but the weight upon my shoulders undeniably mine. Every burden carried, every single sign of the life I'm living, a design truly divine. It's inevitable. Saw the ones who floated trying to reach the sky, ignoring the foundation, watching them pass by. Fell back to the earth now, didn't stand to try, cause they missed the fundamental. The reason low is high, got my roots dug deep now with a solid stone. Hear the ancient whispers, making them known. The cost of standing steady, something I've shown by the ache within my muscles. Standing here alone, this ain't about limitations, it's about the strength I find in the pull of the planet. Leave the false behind. Yeah, the frequency is rising, filling up the space. Can't escape the feeling, gotta stand and face the inevitable rhythm, keeping up the pace. Hear the hum now, growing in this time and place. Gravity's hum, heavy and low. The sound of the real now, watching futures grow from the dirt and the struggle, putting on a show. Yeah, the gravity's hum, where the lessons flow. Keeping me grounded, where the truth will go. Forever planted seeds we sow. What this hum is teaching, the power of the ground, to find your true center, where you can be found. Not in flight of fantasy, but truth all around. In the simple act of breathing, hearing the profound sound. It ain't a force that crushes, but a force that holds. Like a wise old mentor, stories it unfolds of the strength within the bedrock, brave and strong and bold. A different kind of freedom, more precious than gold. To accept the heavy nature of where you gotta be. Let the gravity guide you, set the spirit free. Gravity's hum, heavy and low. The sound of the real now, watching futures grow from the dirt in the struggle, putting on a show. Yeah, the gravity's hum, where the lessons flow. Keeping me grounded, where the truth will go. In the face of forever planted seeds we sow. So I walk with the hum now in my heavy stride, knowing where the anchor is, nothing left to hide. The weight ain't always easy, swallowing my pride, but it keeps me from floating on a careless tide. Future holds uncertainties, storms I cannot see, but the ground beneath me stable, something I could be. Rooted in the moment, eternally connected to the planet, wild and vast and free. This ain't just survival, it's a state of grace, to feel the pulse of gravity in this time and space. Every breath is heavy, but it finds its place in the rhythm of the real now, selling at my base. The hum is constant company in the dark and light, guiding me forward with all of its might. Gravity's hum, heavy and low. The sound of the real now, watching futures grow from the dirt and the struggle, putting on a show. Yeah, the gravity's hum, where the lessons flow. Keeping me grounded, where the truth will go. Yeah, in the face of forever planted seeds we sow. Yeah, gravity's hum, low and deep, secrets it keeps while the world sleeps. Promises I'll keep. Yeah.
Yo, hear the buzz now, a constant low drone. wrap around the planet. Makes me feel alone. A filter on the frequency, chill me to the bone. Yeah, it's the sound of living on a different zone. Beneath the surface chaos, something has been sown. This the veil of static, makes the truth unknown. Screen light burning bright now, feeding me the feed. Different kind of reality, planting a strange seed. Information overload, impossible to read. Between the lines they selling, filling me with greed. Everybody's talking, but the signal's weak. Words getting distorted, secrets that they keep. Lost inside the algorithm while the people sleep. The real is blurry now, secrets buried deep. Feel the disconnect now from the human touch. Filtered through the firewall, missing it so much. Every inner screaming, answering the call. Gotta pierce the static, give it my all. Feel a static, hanging low. Between my soul and the truth I need to know. Making real connections, difficult to grow. Yet a veil of static, watching feelings go. Lost within the noise now, feeling ebb and flow. Just a hum of the system, putting on a show.
Try to reach out to folks now, send a message out, but the meaning gets scrambled, filling me with doubt. My intentions get twisted, no escape route in this tower of confusion. Hear the silent shout, they hear what they wanna hear now. Through the fuzzy haze, project their own echoes in these digital maze. Truth is just a click now, through the online phase. Lost the depth of feeling in these empty days. Got the algorithms watching, learning how I feel. Feeding me distractions, keeping it concealed. The genuine emotion, something I can't reveal. Through the veil of static, making it less real. A lonely conversation playing in my head with the ghost of data, wishing I was fed. Real condition. Veil of static, hanging low. Between my soul and the truth I need to know. Making real connections, difficult to grow. Yet a veil of static, watching feelings go. Lost within the noise now, feeling ebb and flow. Just a hum of the system, putting on a show. Why this veil descending? Is it built by man? Or a symptom of the progress, part of the grand plan? Protecting us from something or just a digital ban on the genuine connection since the world began to connect online. Maybe the truth is messy, something we can't face, so we hide behind the static in this lonely space. A fractured kind of mirror losing all its grace, but the soul is thirsting for it, picking up the pace. Gotta find a way to listen through the crackle and hiss to the signal underneath it, seal it with a kiss of reality. Veil of static, hanging low. Between my soul and the truth I need to know. Making real connections, difficult to grow. Yet a veil of static, watching feelings go. Lost within the noise now, feeling ebb and flow. Just a hum of the system, putting on a show. So I walk with the static now. It's a part of me, trying to find a signal. The authenticity in the noise and the confusion for the world to see. A flicker of the real now, eternally. It ain't about the volume, it's about the tone. The message underneath it, something I have known. That even in the static, you are not alone. If you listen close enough now, hear your own heart groan. The veil might be present, heavy and thick, but the truth is still breathing. If you know the trick to filter out the noise now, make the real thing stick against the false impressions happening too quick. This ain't the final silence, just a different sound of the struggle to be human on this digital ground. Veil of static, hanging low. Between my soul and the truth I need to know. Making real connections, difficult to grow. Yet a veil of static, watching feelings go. Lost within the noise now, feeling ebb and flow. Just a hum of the system, putting on a show. Yeah, veil of static, hear the hum, feeling numb. Where do I come from? Overcome the hum. Yeah, the static. close now, see the lines appear, ain't just simple wrinkles. Stories held so dear from the moments that cut deep, banishing the fear. Yeah, the time has passed now, year after year. Something's crystallizing, something's very clear. This the color of the healing, wiped away the tear. Felt the impact, heavy left a jagged tear. In the fabric of my spirit, something hard to bear. Bleeding out the emotion, filled with dark despair. Thought that time would fix it, make it disappear. But the wound stayed open, felt the constant ache. Every single memory, for goodness sake, like a reminder stick and something hard to shake. A foundation broken for the path I take. Then the strange thing happened, slow but undeniable. The edges started hardening, something unreliable. Became a solid feature, something undeniable. A part of the formation, built to be viable. Pain turned into structure, heavy and defined, leaving all the softness far, far behind. Yeah, the colors deep and catching light just right. A different kind of beauty, burning cold and bright. Testament of struggle through the darkest night. Gotta show the world now, stepping into light. Amber scars upon my soul, stories that the pain made whole. Every line a lesson taking this heavy toll. Yeah, the amber scars beyond control, part of the formation making me less cold. Carrying a history brave and strong and bold. Used to hide the damage, keep it out of sight. Lived in the shadows now, shunning all the light. Afraid of the questions, day and through the night. Why the fractures happen, was I wrong or right? But the scars refused to vanish, wouldn't fade away. Shining with a different luster day after day. Like a natural process, come what may. Part of the evolution, finding their own way. They tell a silent story without a single sound of the battles I have fought now on this hollow ground. Where the spirit was tested, where the truth was found. Built upon the weakness, turned it all around. Accepted the markings etched upon my core, knowing that they show now what I'm fighting for. Yeah, the colors deep and catching light just right. A different kind of beauty, burning cold and bright. Testament of struggle through the darkest night. Gotta show the world now, stepping into light. Amber scars upon my soul, stories that the pain made whole. Every line a lesson taking this heavy toll. Yeah, the amber scars beyond control, part of the formation making me less cold. Carrying the history brave and strong and bold. Why the amber? Why this color deep? Maybe it's the sunlight, secrets that they keep. Of the time the tree was wounded while the others sleep. Crying golden tears now for the lessons they will reap. A pain is still inside there, fossilizing time. A heavy conversation in every single rhyme. But it ain't an open wound, now it's a paradigm. A strength through suffering, climbing the twisted climb. For the ones still bleeding in the dark and the cold, showing that the pain can harden worth more than gold. Amber scars upon my soul, stories that the pain made whole. Every line a lesson taking this heavy toll. Yeah, the amber scars beyond control, part of the formation making me less cold. Carrying the history brave and strong and bold. So I walk with the amber now like a second skin. Not a badge of honor, but where the strength begins. Accepting the reflection, looking deep within. The pain is still a whisper where the past has been, but it don't define the future, just the path I took. Every single fracture written in the book, a story of resilience by hook or by crook. Never gonna hide now, take a second look at the lines that shape me, put me in this place. A map of understanding, showing time and space. The beauty in the brokenness, the power and the grace. Yeah, the amber scars are with me, setting the whole pace. They ain't a sign of weakness, just a different kind of tough. Lived through the breakage, it was more than enough. Amber scars upon my soul, stories that the pain made whole. Every line a lesson taking this heavy toll. Yeah, the amber scars beyond control, part of the formation making me less cold. Carrying the history brave and strong and bold. Yeah, amber scars, catching the light, day and through the night, showing me what's right. With all of my might, yeah, the painful lie. Yo, Feel the ground beneath your feet now, solid and slow. Hear the vibration rising, something starts to grow deep inside the bedrock where the heavy truths go. Yeah, that's the sound of the foundation. Watch the rhythm flow from the dirt and the struggle, putting on a show. This the root down sound, now let everybody know. Born in the concrete jungle, raised by the hard sun. Learned the lessons early now till the day was done. Saw the struggle in the eyes now of every single one. Fighting for a future till the race is run. Got the rhythm in my bloodstream from the streets I knew. The culture that defined me, see it shining through. Every corner tells a story now, something solid and true. Built upon the moments now, me and you. Hear the bass line throbbing from the history's core. A heavy kind of music, asking for more than the surface level whispers. Kicking down the door to the truth buried deep now. Forevermore, got my feet planted solid, ain't no blow can shake. This the ground I stand on, for goodness sake. Yeah, the frequency is building from the earth it came, igniting something vital, fanning up the flame. Can't contain the message now, gotta speak its name. Hear the root down sound, not playing a different game. Root down sound, coming through the bass. From the heart of the struggle, time and place. Got my feet planted solid, picking up the pace. Yeah, the root down sound, showing my own face. Built upon the real now. In this heavy space, carrying the weight of the truth, embrace the grace. Every scar is a root now, digging in so deep from the battles I have fought now. Secrets I must keep, but the strength that they provide now. Lessons I must reap, helps me stand up solid while the others sleep. Got the wisdom in my bones now, from the elder's voice. And the choices that I make now, I can't avoid the choice to honor where I came from, making my own noise. A sound that's unmistakable beyond all the decoys. They could try to pull me upward, make me float away from the ground that raised me every single day. But the roots are holding tight now, come what may. Anchor in my spirit, lighting up the gray. This ain't just about music, it's a state of mind. Built upon the history, the one I had to find. Yeah, the frequency is building from the earth that came, igniting something vital, fanning up the flame. Can't contain the message now, gotta speak its name. Hear the root down sound, now playing a different game. Root down sound, coming through the bass. From the heart of the struggle, time and place. Got my feet planted solid, picking up the pace. Yeah, the root down sound, showing my own face. Built upon the real now. In this heavy space, carrying the weight of the truth, embrace the grace. Why the roots so crucial, what they truly mean. They connect you to the past now, every single scene. Show you where you came from, keep your spirit keen against the artificial world now, sterile and lean. They feed you with the essence, the power from below. The strength to face the future, watching your spirit grow. This sound ain't manufactured, ain't just for show. It's the pulse of the real, now letting everybody know that even in the chaos, you can find your ground. Listen to the root down sound, hear the truth profound. Root down sound, coming through the bass. From the heart of the struggle, time and place. Got my feet planted solid, picking up the pace. Yeah, the root down sound, showing my own face. Built upon the real now. In this heavy space, carrying the weight of the truth, embrace the grace. So I amplify the message now, let the rhythm ride. From the ground zero, truth now, nowhere left to hide. The struggle is still present, walking by my side. But the strength from the roots now is my constant guide. This ain't just for my people, it's for everyone who's looking for an anchor beneath the rising sun. A reminder of the power till the race is run. Built upon the bedrock now, second to none. The sound is heavy, listen, feel it in your chest. It's the voice of resilience, putting it to test against the winds of change now. Laying down to rest, yeah, the root down sound is powerful, truly blessed. So stand here with me now, feel the vibration deep from the ground that holds us, secrets we must keep. Root down sound, coming through the bass. From the heart of the struggle, time and place. Got my feet planted solid, picking up the pace. Yeah, the root down sound, showing my own face. Built upon the real now. In this heavy space, carrying the weight of the truth, embrace the grace. Yeah, root down sound, heavy and deep. Secrets I keep while the world sleeps. Lessons I reap, yeah, the rhythms keep.